Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, welcoming multi-platinum band Lifehouse. We're filming here at Boutique and we're talking about their new album, Out of the Wasteland, so check it out. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and I was just reminiscing with Lifehouse about old basketball days. Although you guys have a new album out, and we'll talk all about that, but I got to get on the court with you guys and see who's a better baller. Although I haven't touched basketball in 10 years, so I'm guessing it's you, and you're definitely better musicians than me.
He's the best one.
I love it.
I'm token three-point shooter.
I'm the token white boy three-point shooter too.
He's Steve Kerr,
That was my game too, and then unfortunately I couldn't do anything else. But congratulations, new album, Out of the Wasteland. Talk to me about putting this new album together. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we took 2 years to kind of just step back from the music industry for a minute, take some time, and got back together in September, and Jason had a bunch of demos, and we finished the record, and here we are. We're really excited about it. We're happy to kind of get back on the road and make things happen again.
How hard is it to put a new record together? And what I mean by that, I mean, you've got to understand, I have zero musical ability. So to actually sit and figure out how to do this stuff is crazy to me. For you guys, is it a pretty easy creative process, or is it hard?
I feel like it's getting harder as we kind of carry on. You know, we've been together for 15, 16 years. In the beginning, everything is so fresh. Everything that you write is new. You know, you only have a handful of songs.
It's like having a girlfriend.
Yeah, after 7 records, it gets a little tricky. You know, you have to go back in. You don't want to say the same things and repeat yourself. You know, and we never wanted to be one of those bands that just does the same song over and over. So the level of accountability that you have to hold yourself to in the studio gets higher. You know, and so you have to really focus and try to push yourself to experiment and try different things.
Having been together for that long, is it difficult in terms of, because you've had success, continuing to match that success? Is there pressure involved with that for you guys? Or do you look at it and say, hey, things are great and they're going to continue to be great? What's the outlook?
I don't think we're that type of band that wants to jump on any sort of bandwagon or like stay relevant just for the sake of staying relevant. We've been true to our craft, and we keep trying to raise the bar line of each record for ourselves and for our fans. And but as far as like pressures, we've tried to step away from the pressures, especially with this new record, because we're doing it independently. It's called Out of the Wasteland. It's kind of a rebirth for us. So you know, we definitely try not to chase. We just, you know, do what we do for ourselves.
Going indie, talk to me about that, because it seems like every artist that I'm talking to these days is getting away from labels and going indie. What's that been like for you guys?
It's a lot more work, you know. It's like 3 times the workload because you don't have that big machine behind you, but it's also really gratifying because you're working for yourself, you know what I mean? You're putting the work in, but you're doing it to promote something that is a pure artistic expression, you know, because it takes the pressure to turn in 5 or 6 singles on an album. You can really focus in on making an album that has dimension and different textures. It's not about just like putting 6 hits on an album. And so to put the time in to make an album that you want to make, and then to work really hard to promote it, is actually kind of gratifying, even though it's a lot more work.
Alternative has changed. I mean, I remember growing up, alternative was Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and now it's completely different. So seeing that all change, talk to me about it.
I guess the way that tracks are produced and production of tracks is different, and I think we've dabbled in playing with some of those things as well, but we still, you know, live, we're all about plugging in and having it all live happening, you know, right there in the room.
Yeah, it really has changed, you know. When we first started, we did our first album on 2-inch tape before Pro Tools, you know. So back then, you had to be a band, you know. You had to make sure that you had your parts down. You'd have to rehearse and rehearse until you could go in and do full takes. Technology just advanced, and now you can do 2 notes and then you can fly it in and, you know, chop it up in Pro Tools and auto-tune your vocals. So it takes the pressure off of having to be efficient and actually be a tight band, you know. And I kind of miss those days, you know.
So
where,
pretty much what you're saying is I can be a musician
Yeah.
if I need to be or if I want to be.
Absolutely.
There's an app that we just Smule, was that what it was? Where you can actually do a duet with this guy, and there's a lot of people that sing back and forth with him, and you can auto-tune your vocal and put distortion on it and stuff.
This will literally be the first thing I do when I get back to the studio. I'm telling you now. You and I are doing a duet together. Like, send it and be like, Lifehouse, what do you guys think? Track number 12, Arthur Kade. Like, it'd be awesome.
I like it.
So in terms of the passion, is it all still there after 15, 16 years? Is it just happiness still?
Yes, absolutely. And I think going back to what Bryce was talking about, taking 2 years off from the road really helped. You know, we toured relentlessly for 12, 13 years straight, you know, and that's a lot of time on a tour bus. So just going home and doing normal things and spending time with our families, I think kind of rejuvenated us and helped us find that passion for playing music again.
Congrats, guys. It's really, really awesome. Been a big fan for a long time, so congrats on the new album.